Him who knows that I know what he seeks to know, knows it well, while he who knows not what I know, or know not.
Hoy there, I'm Mr. McFacepunch. You can call me Chainsaw. Welcome to episode 3 of the Dragon's Dogma lore run. Last time we left the house. We covered a lot of official Capcom bios, the bio for Cassidus, Adaro, Kina. Then we talked to Kina. We actually talked to a girl. That was real. Okay, so this time we're going to talk to everyone else. We might do a couple quests because some of them are really short. And then, yeah, we'll probably end this episode by getting Rook. So yeah, welcome to episode 3. Lock in. We're gonna learn some stuff. Load game. Ooh, also, when you click on the little menu thing there, when I hit load game, there's the ancient runes behind it. I call them the ancient runes. I think they're technically called magical runes, but there's two different fonts of those. So I like calling the like cursive magical runes ancient runes. That's kind of just the way I learned them. Um, but yeah, it says load game behind load game. Groundbreaking, I know. Ooh, people, guys, we're gonna talk to them. All right, we'll start on the left.
I simply cannot fathom why the dragon would harass a people such as us.
Yeah, why would the dragon harass a people such as us? It definitely wasn't my fault.
I simply cannot fathom.
Okay, that one's done. Do you say anything while you're out, Judy?
This is awful. Worse than I feared. This is awful.
Yeah, not really. Okay.
This is awful.
I don't want to talk to Fredro. There we go.
Fortune sees fit for us to live in interesting times. Imagine our village playing host to a dragon. Had I foreseen the beast's visit, I'd have quit this village for the next and married the first man I laid eyes on. Had I foreseen the beast's
Okay,
visit.
so Alethea and Alita are characters that have a lot of recurring dialogue. I mean, like a lot of original dialogue. Uh, Alethea, we'll get to see her go through an interesting faith journey, and Alita always talks about finding a husband, which is funny.
Oh, it's you! The one what stood against the dragon when he set on the village. I hear fearsome tell of your wounds. Is there aught I can do for you? It was Kina's prayers what saved you from death, I'm sure of it. It's a rare day one sees a prayer answered so surely, eh? It was Kina's prayers what... It's
Yeah,
a
okay.
rare...
So that was Mara. Mara's another important one. She believes in us so hard, and it's really nice. This is literally that guy. He is my favorite dude in all of Dragon's Dogma forever. That's Dragon's Dogma 1, 2, Online, Quest. I don't know much about those two, but no one's ever topping Marin. Marin is the guy.
Have you seen Cortez, cousin? I've not seen my brother since the dragon came. He's not among the injured either. Have you seen Cortez? I've
Okay.
not seen my brother.
So he lost his brother. He hasn't seen him since the dragon attacked. Ooh. Okay, Benita's quest. I wonder if I just have stuff in my inventory to do it. We might just save that until later, because we don't want to go to the gate. Going to the gate.
The worm.
The worm. Going to the gate gets Rook, and then it changes the quest we got. And then changing the quest changes the dialogue that we get.
I was.
Am I?
Yeah. So if you do this quest to get flowers to make medicine, You get more villagers in the village. Otherwise, these people just they die. That sucks. I don't think most of them have any important dialogue, but it's nice to have them around anyway.
Can't go near the water for fear of monsters? Best you watch yourself.
Best you watch yourself, he says. What a punk.
Can't go near the water. Best you watch.
Yeah, so he's talking about the brine. There's only a couple people that mention the brine in the whole
Perhaps we're
game.
being punished for some ill we've wrought.
Okay. This is going to be Roj, if I remember right. Yep, Roj. Roj says something.
There's talk of monsters emerging from the shallows all along the shore. Nasty things, too. The brine, they call them. They say they're many, and yet one, whatever that means. Seems this brine can't be bested, what's more. Naught to do but avoid the water's edge.
Yeah, so prior to Dragon's Dogma 2, I made a brine thread on X Twitter, and it was very bare bones. It had tutorial messages and Roj's dialogue there. Uh, yeah, I don't think anybody's hiding over here, but we might as well check it out. There's that Ur Dragon Riftstone. We're not going to worry about that. Yeah, nobody's hiding over here. Oh man. Yeah, the Ur Dragon, there's not enough lore about it. I know, like, since there's not lore about it, people like to throw some wild theories out there, but yeah, most of them end up being pretty silly.
She's back. Make her be praised she's back. The alehouse is open once more.
Rorik the town drunk. Love this guy.
Ask Inez what it was brought her back to Cassardus, and she'll tell you it's her patrons. Well, there's not a man around's given her half the custom over the years I have. Eh? Ask Inez. Well,
Okay,
there's not.
he's done. Alright.
I was afield
Sure,
the day the
I'll do.
dragon struck the shore, but I heard tell you charged it where it stood. I was afield the day the dragon struck the shore.
Yeah. Yeah, we did charge it where it stood. Little lizard. We got him.
Micah's greetings upon you. What can I do you for?
Hmm?
Take care
Make his
now.
greetings upon you. I thought he said something else.
Aye,
He does.
plenty of
Okay.
village folk fled the dragon's wrath. And with peddlers and travellers in short supply, our inn is near empty. That damned dragon is going to ruin me. What can I do you for? Take care now. That damned dragon is going... What can I do you for? Take care.
Yeah, so lots of people fled. A lot of people don't want to deal with the dragon, so they're kind of staying away.
Up to your old mischief, Minnow. If you've time to gad about, make yourself useful. We all knew the dragon was coming. The Faith can keep their prophecies. The dragon always comes around, sure as the seasons.
Okay, so this is important for setting up like how the people uh think about the dragon and all that. Dragon always comes, sure as the seasons. That's kind of the mortal level of the dragon's dogma, is that there's always a dragon no matter what. And if you survive, it's akin to the luck of a storm or an illness or something like that. It's just a natural disaster.
I've seen it with my own eyes, I have. I was in the bloom of my womanhood when last a dragon came to Grancis.
Okay, that's important too. She was in the bloom of womanhood, whatever that means. I don't know. I don't know when what age that counts as, but she's obviously very old.
The Duke slayed the last worm what came near. I suppose that makes him of an age with me.
Ooh, we got some story set up. So the Duke slayed the last dragon, which came about when Iola was still just a little girl. So the Duke should be really old, right? He's the same age as Iola.
You don't get
And
as
look at
old
her
as me
wrinkly
and Edmund
face.
for being a fool. I'll warrant you that. You could stand to learn a thing or two, Minnow. Come by again, and I'll tell you a tale.
And then she literally gives you the game developer's tip at the end there. Yeah, come by again and I'll tell you a tale. So it's like warning you to like, hey, these people are going to say things. They don't tell you like you don't really have an appreciation for just how often the NPC dialogue updates until you've actually experienced it. But man, I mean, it's mostly like at the beginning of the game and then at the end of the game. The middle kind of drops off a little bit,
Oh,
but
hello.
it's still like pretty dramatic.
It's a mercy so much of the village was spared. I only wish I had more. You're always welcome here.
Yeah, we're not here to buy stuff. We're here to yap.
Had the beast landed any further inland, this shop will be flat as a plank now. Makes me ill just to think of it. I only wish you're... There's little sense in staying open with so few people about, I know. Old habits die hard, eh? I only wish You're always well... I do hope the others come back home to the village soon. I only wish You're always... I do hope the others...
Okay,
I only wish... You're always...
that's it for her. So, uh, something that Dragon's Dogma 1 does way better than Dragon's Dogma 2 is the NPCs are like real characters. Um, First of all, they don't have the same level of dialogue. I'm trying to figure out where to go. They don't have the same level of dialogue in Dragon's Dogma 2 as Dragon's Dogma 1. There's still there's still like a good amount of unique NPC dialogue that acts as like hey, go explore this thing, or hey, there might be an interesting guy over there. But none of that is actually even tied to a specific character unless it's inside of a quest. Um, Outside of that, you can get the unique dialogue prompts from. I mean, there's probably a curated list of. This is Iola's house. A curated list of like which NPCs can spawn the dialogue, but it's not unique to an individual one. So the characters end up not building up a personality, and that makes me kind of sad.
Who's the fella to turn to?
Okay, so Who's the Fella to Turn To is an example of generic dialogue. Uh, I don't even remember Jaquan. It's an interesting name, Jaquan.
Who's the fella to turn to?
Uh, this guy I know, though.
Some terror of that dragon, eh?
That sounds like it's generic dialogue, but I promise he actually says stuff in the future.
Some terror of that dragon.
Yeah, he doesn't even have anything yet. Alonzo. But yeah, he has some stuff later. He's at least a real person. So Alita and Alethea were over tending to the wounded. And then Elvar's going to be up at the church. That's their house, by the way. Elvar, Alethea, and Alita, they're all a family, and it's nice and cute. And if you run around talking to people enough, hey, there's Elvar. What up, Elvar? Hope nothing bad happened.
Wait a moment. I would not ask this of anyone but you, cousin. I've news for Merrin. Dark news. I fear I cannot bring myself to face him. Will you go in my stead? His brother is dead. It happened on the shore a ways. We were fleeing the worm, and Cortez leapt before the beast's talons to shield us. I saw it. Saw him hurtling through the air. Saw him fall back to the ground. I did nothing. Just watched the poor man die. I cannot face Merrin for the shame of it. He deserves to know what happened, but please go and tell him.
Okay, so we found out what happened to Cortez. Now, okay, here's another trick. You would be tempted to just run over and tell Marin right away, but we should actually talk to Elvar
Marin
again.
was e'er the proud brother. He loved Cortés dearly. He has the right to know of his brother's death, but I've not the courage. Please, cousin, for his sake, if not mine.
Okay. So that kind of ends up twisting the knife a little bit. So Marin was the very proud brother who loved his brother very dearly, and now he's dead. Uh, it's rough. Uh, oh, hey, Velmiro, what's good?
Now I think on it. I found this. Long as I have you here.
Oh, so in Dragon's Dogma 1, it carries over affinity. Um, I have pretty high affinity with. Oh, wait, no, that was on my other account. Okay, so Valmiro was one that I raised affinity with on this
Now I
account.
think on it. Long as I
Oh,
have you
geez,
here.
another one. Okay, one of these times when I talk to him, he's gonna say something.
Walking about, cousin, with that wound. I know you had good cause, keeping the others safe, but I'd not thought you prone to such madness.
Yeah, we're just that kind of guy, you know? Gotta help our friends.
Are you certain you're well enough to? But look at you. 'Tis a plain thing to see you are as hale as ever. Still, let's have no more brave folly from you, eh? Are you certain you're well enough?
Yeah,
But
okay.
look at still.
Yeah, so the Arisen is brave, adventurous. You know, it's stuff that seems kind of generic, but also when you get the whole weight of it, it's really not. Like it's here, let's just talk to Marin.
What? Cortés is found? I see. Elvar has suffered in this as well. Cortés made his choice. He faced his end with valor and died a man. Elvar bears no fault in that. He has no cause to blame himself. My thanks, good Fisher. I am sorry this burden fell upon you. I shall go.
Okay, so here's a lot of reasons why Marin's just the best character in the game. So he loved his brother dearly, and when faced with news of his death, his first thing is to worry about Elvar, and then his second thing is to apologize to you that you would have to get caught up in that too. So he puts everyone before himself. He's the one hurting the most, but he still puts that aside and puts others first.
That
What a
cursed
champ.
dragon scattered our peer into kindling. That cursed dragon.
Scattered our peer into kindling. Your brother too. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That was mean. Ooh. I don't know that I ever got to Nightfall while I'm still just trying to talk to people. I don't think that changes anything. I hope not, at least. Still have a few more people to talk to. We haven't found Lewis yet. I think is Lewis in here? Well, maybe not. Also,
What I
this
can help
guy,
you with?
Oster.
Would that the prophecy had been a bit more specific, eh? Record of the dragon scourge goes back to the earliest of scripture. But why? What meaning does this cycle hold? On that, the faith is silent. In truth, there may be things in this life the Maker himself does not know, though to say it is to court the ire of Father Clemente. In truth,
Yeah.
there may be
Okay. So this does a lot of setting up for the narrative in the game, and people just don't interact with it. What's really funny is like I've heard people criticize putting a lot of the story to the NPCs and not forcing you through a cutscene for literally everything. And I don't think that criticism is really valid. If you look at like most classic RPGs, the way you learn the story is by talking to the NPCs. The only reason it's different in Dragon's Dogma and people don't want to talk to the NPCs is because there's too many fun buttons to hit. Like, you can do all sorts of cool stuff, and, like, you know, if you're playing Pokemon or something, like, fun game, great game. I am not talking smack, but, like, a lot of the classic JRPGs that are, like, turn-based and stuff, you don't get to hit a bunch of fun buttons. So the focus of the gameplay is on talking to people. Uh, and since the gameplay in Dragon's Dogma is so fun, a lot of people just kind of ignore it. And then they say that the story's bad, but they actually didn't interact with it at all. So, like, it's a new layer of how to interact with the game. And when I discovered that, it was really cool for me.
'Tis selfish to beg a favor in such times, I know, but there is aught I would ask your help in. Might we speak a moment? My thanks. 'Tis a sensitive matter. I would ask your discretion. In the wake of the dragon's coming, many of the villagers have come to offer prayers. As a novice and a newcomer, I welcome the chance to be of use, but my scriptures are missing. I have yet to commit the verses to memory. Without the text, I cannot offer up a proper... The scriptures were secure in the chapel last I saw them. I do not wish to believe them stolen. If you come upon them, pray see them back to me. I would be ever in your debt.
Okay. Search for the scriptures.
I am newly come, and eager to become part of this place. I wish to be of service. But now, just as others have come to rely upon me, 'tis a shameful failure on my part. I cannot think the scriptures far gone. Pray, help me look around the area.
Alright, we're gonna find this man's books. Okay, book. There's Lewis. What's up, little guy?
'Twas me. I confess it. I took the father's book from the chapel. I tried to go back and find the book, but I was in such a panic as I ran. I just wanted to look at it. Just curious is all. Forgive me. I cannot remember where I lost it. I thought to steal a glance and then return it, but the dragon came and I dropped it as I ran. Cor, what am I to say to him now? 'Twas me. I confess.
Okay.
I just forgive.
Lucky for you, I remember where it is. Double jump. Do I remember where it is? Maybe I don't. It's been a minute, actually. It's over here, though. For sure. We got a little mark on the map. Right? Oh, no. I'm losing my gamer card. It's right there. I'm silly. True gamer. Found the book. Whee! Now, if I talk to him, does he say anything about it?
Where did you find it? I'm glad it's found, but see it back to the father for me, please. Thank you.
What a boy.
Where did you...
Okay. Yeah, so Lewis is the son of Mayra and Marin. I feel like he should have an M name, but that's okay.
I am newly come, but now, just as I cannot think the script. The scriptures! You found them! Oh, Maker be praised! I cannot thank you enough. Truly, the people of Cassius are a good-hearted bunch. Now I can once more offer proper prayer on behalf of the village. But I have dallied long enough. There is work for me to do.
Right. Okay. Oh, we forgot to read the quest dialogue. Or quest dialogue? Quest, Oh, I forgot to tell Elvar! Oops. Okay. Good thing I looked at that. Okay, Lost Faith. Do we have anything interesting in the details? Father Clement misplaced his scriptures and is... Not really. Okay. Yeah, nothing too interesting there. And that's okay. You gotta check, though, because sometimes the quests are very interesting. I know why. The circle's there because the scriptures were on top of Elvar's house. because Elvar's in his house, and I have to go tell him.
I thank you, cousin. Pray forgive the trouble my cowardice has placed upon you. Cortez did not trade his life for mine, so I could wallow in idle self-pity. I live the best I am able, for his sake.
Yeah. Live the best you are able, for the sake of Cortez.
I take cheer our village survived the attack at all. Many claim the dragon foretells the end of days.
Ooh.
Such talk is folly. We have survived cruel sickness and fierce storms, and we shall weather the dragon.
You tell him, Elvar.
Those who fled the village, I wonder where they might be. I pray the Maker guide them back to us safely. Those who fled the...
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people criticize the story, saying that the dragon just shows up at the beginning and then he leaves, and then uh, he just shows up back at the end, and then that's the only time you ever interact with the dragon. But the way you interact with the dragon is with the people and how the dragon affects everybody. Uh, so even though we haven't seen the dragon, we've seen the effects of the dragon. We've heard the prophecies of the dragon. We hear the dragon's driving the world mad by fear alone. He doesn't even need to like actually be in front of you to cause the damage, kind of thing. So even though you only see the dragon 3 times, if you take a shot every time someone says dragon in this game, you're gonna die. Like it's the the dragon is constantly talked about. Oh, this is a weird rock. I wonder what it does. There's aught here. Curious. So what's cool? Oops. Pointing at things, pointing at things. No, what's cool is you can tell from the way that this riftstone is smashed into the staircase that the staircase was here before the riftstone was. Interesting thing there. What does it mean? I don't know. Did it fall from the sky? Maybe. Who knows?
That man you are speaking with, he's of the Pawn Legion. They come from some unknown place, just appear without a warning. They are a strange lot. Not human, quite. They look the part, sure enough, but they lack the will, the spark, what drives us. They have no capacity to feel nor act alone, so they live as sellswords. Myrmidons, they're called. There's an encampment west of the village where men gather to face the dragon. I'd wager a fair number of his kind will be there as well. Why don't you take him? Might be you learn aught of why he came to you in the first place.
Before leaving,
All right, we
visit
got
the store
Rook.
to make sure you've ample supplies.
Yeah, so pawns are known as Myrmidons in Dragon's Dogma 1. They aren't really called that in Dragon's Dogma 2. That kind of ties to a bit of dialogue that changes the popular view of Arisen that pops up later. Um, that there are Arisen that pop up in times of war. So pawns are also associated with like war and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, let's talk to Adaro again.
That pawn will be looking to head west to the encampment, no doubt. Why don't you see him there? He'll not make the trip, but his kind'll rot where they stand. unless a human orders them to move.
Okay. All right, there's that. And then I will not forget, okay, so we're not leaving Cassardus yet, because now that we got Rook, some of the people's dialogue is going to change. So I'm going to end the video here. Next time, we're going to take another lap and talk to people again. Then, next episode, for sure, we're definitely leaving Cassardus. I promise. For sure. Wait, I have to check the quests and the chronicle. You met a pawn, one of the race of wanderers from realms unknown. Lead this mysterious immortal to the enlistment corps camp. Lead the pawn to the encampment west of the village. Yeah. It's interesting that they call him an immortal right away. So yeah, that's cool. And then chronicle. You're encountered by a pawn, one of a race oft hired for their martial skills, neither human nor inhuman. These myrmidons make their presence known to those fated for battle. Most like this pawn will lead you down the path you're meant to travel. Cool. All right. Now that's seriously where I'm going to end it. It's nice nighttime. Look at the stars. So pretty. Hey, thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening to me yap for. Hey, we're at 31 minutes. That's pretty good timing. Uh, hope you come to the next episode. We're going to do more yapping, and then we're going to actually leave the city. Uh, you can like, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. I don't know if you want to. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do. But yeah, see you in the next one. Till next we meet, one foot after the next, come what may.